All right, hi everybody. Great to see you here early on the second day. My name is Dave. I am CTO and co-founder at H.E.A.T. We're going to talk today about power plant control for industrial BESS. So let's start out with the basics. What is power plant control and who needs it? We see four key customers who need power plant control. They are what is power plant control first? So power plant control is what keeps the lights on. It has the responsibility of making sure that no generation equipment is overloaded, that you don't have a blackout, and that everything runs smoothly and you don't even notice that your electricity is being supplied. Who needs it? Data centers very often have their own generation systems. Heavy industry very often has a mixture of generation on site and needs for backup power. Utility scale systems, front of the meter, large battery systems, large co-located battery and PV, due to the very, very large number of inverters, often also need a very, very fast power plant control. And of course, any off-grid site that does not have a grid connection also needs power plant control. But for those sites that are on grid, you also definitely want to be involved in sophisticated market integration. If you have power plant control, you've got a lot of generation equipment, there's a lot of different ways you can market it, and you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of that. That being said, I want to focus on just one of those groups today, and that is the industrial sector, because there is a boom right now in adding batteries to industrial sites. It's happening for all the classic reasons. You know, batteries are cheaper. There's a lot of grid congestion. Importantly, there's been regulatory changes that make industrial customers more interested in batteries than they have in the past. So industrial sites have been a bit of a laggard in adopting batteries, but it's now starting to kick off. And it's not a small market. We see over 100,000 potential sites in the EU alone for this segment. But the thing is, if you want to successfully deliver batteries to an industrial site, you need robust power plant control. I'm going to give you an example of why you need that. We're going to go dive deep into the technology here. So if you've got all this stuff on site, let's say you're a factory, you've got a huge rooftop solar system, you've added a giant battery that gives you huge amounts of flexibility, you maybe got some backup power, CHP, delivering heat for process, maybe truck chargers, EV, it's a complex site. You want to do as much revenue stacking as you can. Now, a power plant controller is very, very fast acting. The one that we provide at H.E.A.T got 150 millisecond response time. And so what we can do is we can divide up the space at the transformer so that you can be doing both classically front of the meter revenue stacking as well as behind the meter optimization as well. So what's front of the meter? Front of the meter are things like fast frequency response in Ireland, classical frequency regulation services throughout the world, AFRR, MFRR. And what we do is we free up space at the transformer so that the marketer who is bidding you into these markets has the freedom and the security to bid you as they like. Meanwhile, we are busy in the back end keeping what's like a virtual base load to keep that transformer free for your use, and doing other optimizations like peak shaving and dynamic tariff optimization. So at H.E.A.T, we want to see more people selling batteries more successfully to these customers. So the way we see it is we're democratizing project development. We offer a powerful power plant controller with some embedded EMS functionality to target the three people that we see approaching industrial sites. Those are installers and EPCs who are doing sort of classical hardware, initiating hardware sales. VPPs, there's a lot of VPPs today that come with a lot of finance, a lot of investment behind them, and they're offering financing and batteries all in one hand. And to address these customers, we give them a solution. We even see OEMs, battery inverter manufacturers, directly approaching industrial facilities and offering energy savings with their product. So we sell our PPC and EMS to these solution providers so that they can have success selling to industrial sites. And these are the three challenges that we see in this process. This is where we help out these solution providers. Number one, they've got to sell it. Selling a battery to an industrial site can be challenging, right? There's a lot of trust that you've got to build. There's a lot of uncertainty. You're selling this black box, doing this very abstract thing. So you need to build confidence during the sales process to make it go faster and be more successful. Then once it's on site, you've got to integrate it. You have a lot of legacy equipment from all sorts of different manufacturers. That's got to be smooth and easy. And then once it's running, these sites change over time. It's got to be easy to add new equipment and to provide service as everything is interacting. So let's go through those. We at H.E.A.T, we offer what we call TrueSim. Our software is built in programming language called Rust, and it's very easy for us to turn a little knob and run a simulation with the exact same software that we deploy to site. So we can do like a 1-second level simulation for the customer, showing how we do that virtual base load, freeing up the front of the meter services. And you have absolute confidence that what you see here is exactly what you're going to get when you deploy it. There's a lot of other simulation tools out there that are based on assumptions or pure market analysis. This is a simulation tool that builds confidence because you can see what the end product looks like, doing exactly what it'll do, down to 1-second resolution. And this helps you build confidence with your customer. Then there's the power plant controller itself, right? When we actually install this on site, we provide a robust foundation that's meant to scale. It is super easy to set up, and it can handle every site. It is a true hybrid power plant controller. Just, drop-down list to add EV chargers, heat pumps, batteries, PV inverters, transformers, monitoring, what have you. It's vendor agnostic, right? There's no vendor lock-in. You work with any manufacturer, and it comes with this resiliency, right? We are very adept at providing support for backup power systems that then back synchronize to the grid after island mode. And while we offer all this functionality, we do it with a super modern, beautiful, and easy to understand user interface, right? To us, it's very important that you get the information you're looking for quickly and easily. We also provide very robust analytic tools that make service easier. So you can guarantee uptime for your customers because you've got proper analytic tools that give you all sorts of alarm and warning information and high-resolution snapshot capture. So the industrial market has a high barrier to entry, right? The stakes are high. You've got these heavy equipment and important loads where all your money is being made. And so trust is decisive in this market. And that's why we are the right team to work with. So all 3 founders at H.E.A.T were early employees at a company called keynote. This was a containerized lithium-ion battery system integrator from Berlin that in 2014, in the very early days, was selling battery systems to off-grid sites, usually combining diesel, battery, and PV. So we've got over a decade of experience doing exactly this combination of technologies. keynote was sold to Rolls-Royce in 2022, and all 3 founders left shortly afterwards to form H.E.A.T. And we've only been at it for a couple of years. We spent the first year just building the main product. At this point, we have 4 operational sites and a further 18 contracted and under construction. We have 11 sales channels activated, and we have a global footprint. We are active around the world. We have no preference for working in any specific electricity market because our work is on the ground with that power plant control, and we can work with any market integrator anywhere. So if you want to sell batteries to industrial customers, get in touch with us. We'd like to help.
Thank you, David, for that presentation. Very, very insightful. Next,